Add Mortem, MAP12, this is Checkmate. This is my other map. After Norwich Lane, I just wanted, which was more of a atmospheric adventure type map, I wanted to just make something very short and combat focused. This first fight is the hardest part of the map for me. This is very much inspired by the first part of, I believe it's map 1 of Ribix's Frog.wad. I wanted to make something very challenging for myself. I think this map is pretty tough. The other challenge for myself was making something pretty with very few textures. Like, I think I only used like 4 flats and a handful of textures. I was going for a Tim Burton kind of aesthetic with all the black and white. I don't really like Tim Burton, but I do like that aesthetic. Even as I was placing the jack-o'-lanterns, I was thinking that was a Nightmare Before Christmas thing, and it wasn't until afterwards that I realized the floating jack-o'-lanterns are totally Harry Potter influenced. The ammo is extremely tight. I don't know why I did that. I think maybe that was part of the challenge for myself, or I just over-tested this and got too good at it. But as I'm replaying this, I'm seeing it is very, very tight on ammo. You want to try to use as few shells as possible this first fight. I liked that we had knights especially, but also gargoyles. That, you know, it just sort of really helps with the chess aesthetic. This fight's pretty tough. You want to just ignore the shotgunners and then juggle the archviles, preferably back here. That's what I mean by juggling. I also made this map pretty difficult to cheese for the most part. If you leave enemies behind, you're most likely going to get screwed over. Like right here, if you leave the Revenants, that makes this fight basically impossible, in my opinion. Or if you try to run through here, because it's really easy to press all these switches and just try to run through, you will get blocked off by the Chain Gunner Pain Elemental combo here, followed up by an Archvile. This fight, you want to alternate between using this wall for cover and this wall for cover. And the slipperiness of the stairs is intentional. A lot of people complain about bumpy floor syndrome. I think it's, I don't know, I felt like this was very Sunder-esque. So I didn't mind doing it. I don't generally mind having bumpy floors. I do it quite a bit, honestly. This fight's pretty tough. You can just get blocked off really easy. I wanted to be sure to use the custom monsters, but I did kind of use them in isolated places. They're not really a part of most of the battles. The rocket men were originally silent, and I didn't like them at all. So that's why I made them stick out, very obvious in this way. I felt like it made them fair. Obligatory Nazi. I don't want to give myself the extra cells, so I'm not going to tag this. This fight was originally terrible. It was just 20 archviles, and you spent the entire time up against the ceiling, just trying to deal rocket splash damage to kill off all the vials. This is a much better fight that actually makes use of the environment that I've built here. You want to get to the vials as soon as possible. A normal player might want to save a couple of rockets for the next fight, but I did design it around the plasma rifle, and although it's very difficult, it is totally doable without using the rocket launcher. This Cyber Demon fight is pretty scary, since the Cyber Demon doesn't go all bright when he fires, so you have to rely on just looking at his silhouette against these bright whites. I only noticed just recently how much I use Cyber Demons. I thought I kind of used them sparingly, but as I look back, it seems like I use them quite a bit. I should have made it so that you needed the blue key in order to press these switches to get out of here, just to ensure that the player has the, I guess, purple key. I like doing that so the player doesn't run out here and think maybe something else has changed here. They were forced to grab the key, so they know what to do. This is a troll. So yeah, gonna have this fight without the rocket launcher. You want to just do it exactly like I'm going to. Some people really struggled with this fight. I don't think it's as bad as some people were making it out to be. Though without the rockets, it does pretty much rely on that very specific solution of dragging everything to the left first and taking out the archviles. Taking out at least 2 or 3 before you make the loop around. Some people like to camp these closets. I don't think that's a very reliable strategy. But whatever you gotta do. I like this fight. It's stupid. You wanna just try and block off a couple the elementals at a time if you can. And then as soon as you start to get low on health, you want to run up to this corner over here. A lot of people get to this part and have used up all of their shells, and that's intentional. I wanted this fight to mainly be had with the chain gun, having to duck in and out to keep refilling up on the infinite chain gun ammo that's going to be here. Though we do have 2 rockets still, so might as well use them. Oh, you do not want them out here. You gotta block the doorway if they're starting to come through. Seems like this part is always just doable. Though we did still have a couple extra med kits lying around. Yeah, I'm really proud of the look of this map. I feel like it's pretty striking, and the fact that it's made from so few textures is always neat when you can make something striking or distinctive, and it's only composed of a few textures. That's something I like to do. Anyways, that's enough jerking off. On to the next one.